And this was just mentioned in that news report earlier that it's going to take them some time to get out there on some of those back roads. They treat the highways first, and some of the major back roads they get to next, and then of course neighborhoods really hard to get to with but so many crews, right? What we're seeing is consistent with what's being reported as far as the sleet starting to mix in. Chris mentioned this earlier about the radar having a hard time trying to determine what is snow, what is sleet, and so you get these little blobs popping up on the radar here.
As you can see, we've got snow, freezing rain, kind of a mix here. We're literally on the leading edge of this. And there's not much south of us. There's a ton north of us. So this is that whole winter storm that's going on. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what it means, what this does, what all of that does. And it's not much. Literally, it's barely even it's barely even covering the ground. And the temperature's not terrible. I mean, it's literally 32 degrees, so we're not dying. But this is probably the worst case scenario for people in our business and businesses like ours, because it 100% takes away the need for us, and it does it for a couple of different reasons. One, people don't think about bounce houses in the cold weather. They definitely don't think about water slides. They don't think about that, and even if they did, it would be detrimental for us to try to put this stuff in there. The inflatables are made of a vinyl coated PVC material that has different weights. The more the weight, and the weight is, you know, generally 15-18 ounces, and that's literally the actual weight of the piece of vinyl per square yard, just to kind of get technical with you guys. And it's basically the thickness of it and the durability of it. And what it does is generally it's a hugely robust material. It can withstand the cold, it can withstand the heat, it can withstand mold, mildew, and water, and the whole 9 yards. It doesn't like cold because it gets stiff, and it can crack if it gets really cold, but it doesn't. It's not terrible. It's not to the point to where it's, you know, everything's gonna, you know, be 100% destroyed. But what it is you know, it just puts this psychological thing in people's head that it's not time to do that, and it's not so much for now. It's not the big problem. It's not that I want people to rent bounce houses right now and rush out and I got to go deliver them the whole 9 yards. I wouldn't deliver if I could, because the roads are crazy. But the problem is that it takes that image out of their brain, and they don't rent things later on. So, I mean, or they're not thinking about renting things later on. So it totally just takes the idea of renting things out of their head. And that's terrible for us, because we like to plan into, especially, you know, I've already have some of my schools that have approached me about, you know, into the school parties, because they like to get them on the book and such. And those are regular customers. What happens though is the people who aren't the regular customers that are trying to come in, they're not thinking about this. They're not getting into the mode to rent those kind of things and to take care of those kind of things. So what you're left with is a gap. This and it kind of adds to the dreariness of the season. There's nothing like, you know, seeing that you know, hearing the phone ring or seeing the notices that you've got a booking, an online booking or something like that. Those things help you tremendously with your psychological side of it as well, and keeps you running with the business, and you're excited about it and you kind of push forward in the whole 9 yards. But that kind of stuff doesn't come when you have that evil white stuff there. So what we're left with is the customers aren't feeling it, you're not feeling it, everybody's kind of not in the mood for the whole 9 yards. So to counteract this, there's a couple things that you can do. First and foremost is that you need to post things that get these thoughts out of the customer's minds. So sunny pictures of beaches and warm weather and kids having fun and things like that, that will definitely help. So you can kind of post those. Right now it's time to have the palm trees in all of your postings, because that's what's going to break the hold that this stuff has on your customers and get them out of the mood of not wanting to do this. So yeah, I mean, that's how you need to approach it. Now, the other things that we're suffering from is that why would you rent a slide when my driveway is now a slide? Why? This is really slick. This is really slick. It's almost an ice or sleet. So that is a perfect slide, and that's what the kids are going to do. So they don't have any use for me. They're not even going to come to an indoor facility where there are slides, because that's free and it's there. And that's part of, the people up north have known this for years, that they can't compete in that kind of area because there's so much other stuff going on that's for free, that why would they? So you're left with that, and there's no way to combat that. So just kind of go with it and enjoy it yourself, and try to move forward with your business in a way that you're getting around that and enjoy it. You should enjoy it too. Why aren't you out there sliding on that and having fun too, and being a part of it? That would be the way kind of get you into the mode that's outside of business, and then kind of recharge your batteries and get back into it. Couple other things I want to talk about is people always tell you to winterize your inflatables, and it's important that you do that for a couple of reasons. The vinyl is pretty robust in the temperature changes, but it can break down a lot quicker if there are extreme swings. So extreme heat and extreme cold can cause it to break down a little more. So what you need to do is, and again, I know most of our warehouses aren't climate controlled. Mine certainly aren't, but getting them off of this and away from this and the whole 9 yards is much, much better than, you know, than the opposite. If you can have something that's going to bring the temperature or keep the temperature above freezing, that would obviously be the best. But definitely keep it, you know, out of the snow. You don't want that, because vinyl tends to become more stiff, and anything that causes pressure on that can also cause it to crack and rip and put stress on the areas that it has, and it'll become, you know, it changes the formula of the vinyl in such a way that it is less robust for when you want to use it. So again, it's not something that's you're going to go out there and it's going to be totally destroyed, but it won't last as many years if you don't take care of it. So take care of it. Other than that, I hope you guys are okay. I hope that you're enjoying this. You're not suffering from this. I don't know. I used to like this kind of stuff. I don't like the cold as much as I used to. I definitely don't like slipping and falling like I used to. And it again, the psychological side of it just kind of makes everything dreary, and so you're left with what it is. Now we've got this is not going to last long for us. This is going to be a day, and it's going to go away. As a matter of fact, it's starting to turn to rain now. The temperature is getting up above freezing, so it'll be, you know, this will turn to rain. Most of this will probably melt, and then again it will freeze tonight, and we'll have a sheet of ice. You guys make fun of us in Georgia. We had the Carmageddon, and we had the Wintergeddon and all the stuff where you saw people that were stuck on the interstate for 15 hours and the whole 9 yards because they get that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we can't drive in snow or anything like this. This isn't snow. This is ice. This is solid ice. As you can see, I'm sliding on my feet. This is solid ice. It's not something that is something that you can deal with. Now that I've done that, I'm probably gonna bust my ass for your entertainment. Anything for you guys. But anyway, if you're not getting any of this, then I feel I'm conflicted. I feel very, very good for you because you don't have to put up with it, and then the other side is that you need this. You need a little of this in your life. You really do. It's a different kind of feeling and association. The whole 9 yards. My friends down in the south that are just enjoying cold and not getting this. Sorry, you should come up, enjoy some of our wintry mix. And the people up north who get this all the time, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that it's this bad. This is terrible. This is terrible. Some of the weather that they're getting up there with, 6-7 feet of snow is, but, we adapt and overcome and survive and become stronger of it in the whole 9 yards. But anyway, keep bouncing, keep doing it, guys. And again, put some of those pictures up there of the sun shining and the palm trees, and let your customers know that this is only going to be a little bit. It's not long. It won't last very long. It'll go away, and then everything will be okay. And, life will be good. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the next one.